right? So the first energy flow ma first is your tropic level. Tropic level basically means that यो जुन चाहिँ food chain छ तपाईको यो food chain मा चाहिँ कतानेरी कुन चाहिँ लेभलमा आउँछ भनेर त्यति मात्रै हो. As you know, this is a food chain, something that we've been studying सान्नु देखिन, right? तपाईको plant हुन्छ त्यहाँदेखि plant लाई insect ले खान्छ, predators लाई insect ले खान्छ, त्यहाँदेखि birds ले predators लाई खान्छ, and then आफ्नो आफ्नो landscape मा community मा आफ्नो आफ्नो हुन्छ तपाईको biosphere मा यो tundra region मा अलिकति different हुन सक्छ, tropical grassland मा अलिकति different हुन सक्छ, the consumers and all, but this is basically how it flows, and energy flows from one tropic level to another, right? That is the entire relationship with your energy flow. And one of the flow that we can see it is a food chain, right? What is a food chain? It is basically seeing that how energy is being passed on from the producers who are the primary creators of food. The first layer सबैजनाको food कहाँबाट आउँछ are the producers. They are the only ones, because they have something called the chloroplast, that they can trap the sunlight trap गरेर त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ they can convert it into starch, right? Glucose gets converted into starch, and यही चाहिँ हामी खान्छ, अन्त यसले गर्दा चाहिँ energy आउँछ, right? That is the food chain. It flows down from one tropic level to another. Next, तपाईको very similar to food chain and interrelated food chain is your food web. Okay, तपाईको food chain changes unicycle. तपाईको when everything is interrelated to each other, which is typically the case in our ecosystem where everything is interrelated to each other, right? It's the unidirectional. It hardly happens. It's all interrelated, right? That is your food web, which is basically we are seeing how different energy cycles are flowing. So if you were to look at the energy cycle, actual energy area, let's say plants are producing 10 joules of energy. त्यहाँबाट तपाईको herbivores मा जान्छ 1 joule of energy, and then तपाईको carnivore मा जान्छ another less हुँदै जान्छ. Okay, it is unidirectional. Okay, so just to give again a quick glance, what are the characteristics of food chain and the importance of food chain, and then तपाईको food web. Okay, so it is an interaction between living it's always straight. It is unidirectional. Okay, तपाईको usually 3-4 tropic levels हुन्छ, 1-2 गर्दै थियो हामीले हेरेको. Okay, 80-90% of the energy is lost in each tropic level. Okay, why is it important? It helps us to know the information about living components in the ecosystem, how they react with each other, how they are interrelated with each other. Right? If a non-biological chemical change happens, it will undergo increasing biomagnification, which basically means suppose tapale euda level ma यो level, let's say your fish theory, and the yahaneri pura pesticides haru consume garदैछ भने it could eventually come to the final consumer, which is humans or even upward level, right? So it helps us to know that where the issue is happening, where it is being changed, how it is affecting the environment. Okay, whenever if there's overgrazing of something, अचानक पुरै camelsहरु अचानक or herbivoresहरु पुरा बेसी भयो भने that means that the carnivores are less. That means indirectly the plants are getting overgrazing hundaisa. That causes another set of problems, right? So food chain le it helps us to know that what is the actual relationship that is happening in nature at this moment, and whether there is too much or too little of something. Okay, so then we come to something called the ecological pyramid, which is literally a pyramid. It could be hexagonal or it could be an inverted pyramid. Okay, which tells us the relationship between different tropic levels. Tinta type Sami, number of organisms, biomass, and energy level. So there are 3 types. One is your pyramid of numbers. Ki ko kati besi cha. You know that the hyperparasites, there are a lot in number, right? Insects are the most sabhanda besi hamro organism ke cha bhanda insects hai ho, bacteria and then insects, right? If you look at it in that way. So that's why inverted, because hyperparasites are more in number. Okay, and then tapeko producers are less. In this case, in simply हामीले numbers ma हेर्यो भने मात्रै numbers ma चाहिँ tapeko pyramid of numbers ma it is inverted. Okay, and the pyramid of biomass can be different. Biomass is basically kati mass cha, okay, kati weight cha. In a lands in a tested ecosystem it is upright because the producers are more, mass is more than the top carnivores. Okay, 1000 kg कम्ती हुँदै गएको. तर तपाईको aquatic ecosystem if we see that carnivore is more because the producers are usually algae, right? The algae producers are usually they are very less in number, right? They decompose by so mass उनीहरुको कम्ती, पुरा कम्ती हुन्छ, एकदम सानो हुन्छ, right? पुरै कम्ती हुन्छ, decompose पनि भइहाल्छ. That is why it is an inverted pyramid. For the pyramid of biomass for aquatic ecosystem is inverted. For terrestrial ecosystem it's upright. And pyramid of numbers is inverted because producers are less. And then we have pyramid of energy, which is again upright because producers create 100% and then energy levels decrease hunde chancha. So I will just quickly put the poll here. Let's try this question out. I think we did this yesterday, decreases. So let's move on. So as you know that Hamro Earth, it was not like this, right? Kati different changes, hunde, billions and billions of years change, hunde, bhaira chai tapaiko isto bhako. First part there was literally nothing, right? When we first look at 4.5 billion years ago, when Earth was just found, it was nothing but it was just a cloud of gas, dust, right? Our sun pani barkhar bhako थियो, त्यहाँबाट सर्कल हुँदै प्लैनेट्सहरु बन्यो, and it was just केही पनि थिएन, very hot volcanic eruptionsहरु भएकै थियो. त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको about 4.4 billion years or 4.3 billion yearsहरु it started cooling down, right? त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको यो volcanic eruptionsहरुले गर्दा water vaporहरु produceहरु हुन थाल्यो, त्यहाँ अझै cool downहरु भयो. अन्त त्यतिबेला it had no oxygen पनि थिएन, right? It had only like carbon dioxide, methane, ammonia, water vapor मात्रै थियो, oxygen नै थिएन, right? And then finally after a lot of time, finally about 3.8 3.5 billion years ago life began, right? First bacteria, prokaryotes ocean ma banninu thalyo. They were anaerobic, they lived without oxygen, that's why ocean ma थियो. अन्त त्यहाँदेखि अलिअलि गर्दै तपाईको फोटोसिन्थेसिस हुन थाल्यो about 2.5 billion years ago, right? तपाईको साइनोब्याक्टेरियाहरुले उनीहरुले फाइनली फोटोसिन्थेसिस, एल्गीहरुले फोटोसिन्थेसिस गर्नु थाल्यो. त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको अक्सिजन रिलिज भयो, राइट? त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको अक्सिजन रिलिज भयो एल्गीहरुले जब फोटोसिन्थेसिस थाल्यो, and it was a byproduct of oxygen is nothing but a byproduct of photosynthesis, right? And then finally तपाईको यसको बाद मात्र तपाईको multicellular eukaryotes formहरु हुन थाल्यो, and then there was an explosion, like the diversification of life in ocean everywhere, right? And then at some point there was the ice age, then forests form हुन थाल्यो, त्यहाँदेखि plants, animals, त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको dinosaurs हरुको time आउन थाल्यो, right? There was a lot time of the dinosaurs where reptiles were dominating the earth, and then finally you all know that asteroids हरुले destroy गर्यो, त्यहाँबाट डल्लै dinosaurs हरु मर्यो. It is so fascinating that our first mammals are the ones who could burrowing animals, right? जब त्यो asteroids when they were destroying the mammals, एकदमै weak थियो उनीहरु because the reptiles were running the show. Dinosaurs like the mammals were simply a food for the dinosaurs, right? And when the asteroids and all it hit, your burrowing mammals burrow so it didn't harm them so much. And then the mammals started coming. and they had a very interesting evolution, right? उनीहरूले आफै खानु दिनु सक्थ्यो आफ्नो नानीलाई, mammals हामी we can feed our younglings, right? हाम्रो birth हुने बित्तिकै एउटा नानीलाई feed गर्नु सक्छ, त्यो एउटा interesting थियो जुन चाहिँ reptilesहरुकोमा थिएन. So and then finally त्यतिकै हाम्रो humans त भर्खर only 2 million years ago humans-हरु आएको, right? So then this was an entire evolution of Earth, and since then if we look at it, there all this तपाईँको water, तपाईँको carbon, nitrogen, which we all need it's all being recycled, right? सबै अहिलेसम्म त्यो यहाँ यो टाइमदेखिको जुन चाहिँ हुँदैछ यो रिसाइकल हुँदै 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 भएर चाहिँ हाम्रो अर्थ हुनु सकेको, राइट? इट इज भेरी 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 इम्पोर्टेन्ट, राइट? कहिलेदेखि रिसाइकल हुँदै हुँदै भएर चाहिँ अहिलेसम्म अब यो वी आर भेरी मच रिलाइङ अन दिस रिसाइक्लेसन फर द अर्थ टु. ओके, सो तपाईँको द्याट्स वाइ द biochemical cycle, which is basically means तपाईँको living र non-living को cycle, biotic and abiotic को यो cycle, biogeochemical cycle, it's all to do with तपाईँको biology, okay, plants, animals, plus तपाईँको soil, right? Soil सम्म के cycle हुँदैछ, तपाईँको nitrogen fixing हुँदैछ, त्यहाँदेखि फेरि निस्किँदैछ, and then your chemical cycle, तपाईँको carbon cycle and all of that. So this entire cycle has made it possible for life to continue henceforth जब evolution थाल्यो, right? So what is biochemical cycle भन्दा, it is basically the movement, right? It is the movement of chemical elements like the carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, water, sabai. Through what? Through us, through biological living, hami decompose bhayera back dincha, हामीले breathe garda every time we are taking it in, right? And once we decompose, we give it back. Even animals, plants, everything they decompose, we give it back. And then your geological earth, soil ma jun chai dalle huncha, and then your chemical, molecular and atmospheric components of earth, right? And they are responsible for sustaining life, supporting life, and creating an ecological balance. Okay, so we will talk about this now, where one of the most famous cycles, as you know, is your water cycle. कहिलेदेखि यो सबै तपाईको रिसाइकल हुँदै 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 आएर billions and billions of years सम्म तपाईको यही त पानी हो, right? It's the same water which has been going on, evaporation huncha. So to talk a little bit about water, and you all know the importance of water, I don't need to go into the importance ki kina yati sara hamilai chahincha water, right? It's extremely important. No water, no life. So just imagine the water that we are using now. अहिले जुन चाहिँ हामी यहाँ कहिलेदेखिको water vapor जब form भयो 4.3 billion years ago, त्यही recycle हुँदै 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 हामी चलाइरहेको छ, right? So ocean बाट now cycle भनेको basically जान्दैछ आउँदैछ, right? That is basically जान्दैछ आउँदैछ. Now how that is happening is basically, I think you know also, it's quite easy. Evaporation हुन्छ, clouds form हुन्छ, condensation हुन्छ, पानी पर्छ, लेक्सहरुमा फेरि जान्छ, फेरि evaporation हुन्छ. This is basically the water cycle that is formed, right? To go again a little deep, if we were to go, waters from the ocean, they evaporate, they form vapors, condensation हुन्छ, यहाँनेरि टके condensation भएर rainfall हुन्छ, rainfall भएर either glaciers, snow melt मा जान्छ, direct lakes हरुमा जान्छ, right? Another form is the transpiration by pani water vapor janja, right? The ground water arma pani janja, ground water bada ocean arma janja. So this is a cycle that continues. Okay, so I think water cycle is pretty easy. Next, the carbon cycle. Now very, very famous, the carbon, right? So can you tell me what's the importance of carbon? Why do we need carbon? So carbon is basically one of the most important element, right? And it is found in every form. We need carbon everywhere. It is literally the main element that makes life possible in you, in us, in every living organism, because of the fact that it can form multiple bonds with multiple other elements. right? A very interesting property of carbon. The entire carbon and its compound when it all the organic chemistry हामीले पढेको थियो, right? Chemistry गर्दाखेरि very very important. So even carbon को तपाईको cycle भएरै we are able to, we still have carbon in earth, right? So what is carbon cycle? It is basically we are looking at the circulation of carbon in our biosphere, atmosphere, ocean and geosphere. So let's see के हुन्छ तपाईको कार्बनमा. Plants absorb CO2, so absorb हुँदैछ. Again a cycle. कति खेपमा absorb हुँदैछ, कति खेपमा निस्किँदैछ, दिँदैछ हामी. We are giving it back, right? So absorb हुँदैछ through photosynthesis. We are releasing it back through respiration, animal respiration. There are also animals, so हाम्रो respiration also we are giving it back. A lot of the time तपाईको organic carbon combustion, burning of fossil fuels ले गर्दा पनि हुँदैछ. Next तपाईको carbon sequestration, carbon sink हरु, oceans, one of the biggest carbon sequestration, right? Ocean ले निकै absorb गर्छ. तपाईको land ले निकै absorb गर्छ, right? तपाईको decomposition हुँदा पनि यतानेरि carbon is released. Now the sad part is, even though carbon, maybe not the sad part, it's just a fact that carbon is a greenhouse gas. That means it can trap heat. So too much of carbon dioxide which is released through human intervention, humans too much release of carbon dioxide, it is a greenhouse gas, so it can trap heat. When it traps heat, we give rise to global warming. So your ekdam junche delicate cycle that is being formed through carbon cycle, right? Too much of it is bad because it leads to global warming. Why? Because carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. Okay, so this is your carbon cycle. Next is your nitrogen cycle. Again, extremely important. Why do we need nitrogen? First of all, because 70% of your gas is nitrogen. And if you look at our own body also, one of the most important element that we need in our body, or the most important element, yes, the most important element, protein, amino acids, is what do we, the main component is your nitrogen, right? Nucleotides, DNA ma pani, nitrogen is required. And nitrogen also does have the ability to form, right? Not as much as carbon, but at least tinta bond it can form. So another extremely important. And even it is required by plants a lot, right? Like for growth, for energy, for nutrition, nitrogen is extremely important, right? So nitrogen ko pani euta आफ्नै cycle छ. Okay, cycle between the air, plants, animals, कसरी gas form हुँदैछ, फेरि कसरी back soil मा आउँदैछ, that is all to do with your nitrogen cycle, right? First तपाईको soil मा भित्र कसरी आउँदैछ, nitrogen fixation, basically nitrogen in the air, तपाईको जुन चाहिँ nitrogen in the air छ, it is being used तपाईको lightning ले गर्दा or bacteria in the soil ले soil मा हाल्दिन्छ, right? त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको nitrification हुन्छ, where other bacteria turn ammonia into nitrates, which plants absorb, and त्यसले गर्दा they grow bigger, they grow healthier. Assimilation, where plants absorb nitrates from the soil. Animals, त्यहाँदेखि जब plants ले nitrates लिन्छ, they grow healthy. त्यहाँदेखि यसलाई कोले खान्छ, animals ले खान्छ, then that is how we also get, right? We also get the nitrogen in our body, which is then used to build muscles, used to build tissues in the form of protein, right? Your cycle another is the ammonification, where plants and animals, they die more so than back we give it back, right? Even in poop there is, which again goes back to the soil. Okay, त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको फेरि denitrification हुन्छ, जहाँ चाहिँ कुन bacterias, some bacterias, they convert the nitrates in the soil and then it goes back to the air as nitrogen gas, and then the entire cycle continues. Okay, cycle basically means जान्दैछ आउँदैछ, जान्दैछ आउँदैछ, अन्त यही जान्दै आउँदै गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हाम्रो यो साइकलले गर्दा, the nitrogen cycle, the carbon cycle, the water cycle, our earth is able to thrive, because earth was not like this, राइट तपाईँको फर्स्ट फर्म हुँदा त यस्तो खालको थियो केही पनि थिएन तपाईँको त्यहाँदेखि वाटर भेपर फर्म भयो वाटर भेपर अलिअलि फर्म भएर त्यहाँदेखि फाइनली ओसनमा एक दुईवटा युक्यारियोट्सहरू आयो त्यहाँदेखि yes I will go through it one by one. Okay, so I'm just wanting to say that how important all of this cycle are. Okay, so tapeko too much of nitrogen के हुन्छ फर्टिलाइजर्सहरुबाट रन अफ हुन्छ ओशनमा जान्छ ओशन एसिडिफिकेसन इट लिड्स टु ओशन एसिडिफिकेसन व्हिच इज एक्सट्रीमली ब्याड राइट तपाईको एल्गे बूमहरु हुन्छ त्यसले गर्दा तपाईको लट अफ ओशनमा so many marine creatures and all they die, right? So too much of nitrogen again bad. Okay, although it is very essential for plants, it leads to their growth, right? It leads to nutritious plants and all of that. I mean fertilizers हरुमा पुरा हुन्छ तर रन अफ भएर चाहिँ तपाईको यही कुरा चाहिँ एल्गे ब्लूम हुन्छ त्यसले गर्दा अक्सिजन कम्ती हुन्छ एल्गे ब्लूम बेसी भयो भने it blocks the light, right? And they live a lot of aquatic animals and all, they die. Okay, so too much again is bad. So let's look at one by one this process and let's try to understand. Okay, this is important. So your jargons nitrogen cycle ko हामी हेरौं. First is tapeko nitrogen fixation भनेको के हो? Okay, it is the process of converting the nitrogen in the air tapeko soil ma into ammonia, and ammonia is something that the bacteria and all they use. Okay, so tapeko your nitrogen in the air, it gets converted to ammonia. Because of all of this, they produce starch, right? They produce starch and then they give it to the roots and all. Roots ma pani huncha alikati niskincha. त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ it attracts a lot of bacteria and all. Now bacteria haru किन आउनु, right? It's always a give and flow relationship, right? Give and take relationship. It's always a give and take relationship in nature. A symbiotic relationship. There's always a symbiotic relationship, right? So the very reason that all of these bacteria are attracted and then converts these nitrogen into absorb garnu sakcha into ammonia so that plants can take it in is because of the fact that unale pani starch banako huncha roots harma huncha it attracts all the bacteria and all, right? And त्यहाँदेखि उनीहरूले चाहिँ convert गरिदिन्छ. Okay, so that is called your nitrogen fixation. जहाँनेरि चाहिँ the nitrogen in the air gets converted into ammonia, which is then absorbed by the plants, which is actually that is assimilation. But we'll come to that. What is nitrification? Another word to remember. It is nothing but aerobic. It is the aerobic biological oxidation of nitrogen. Okay, which basically means that certain bacteria, kun bacteria they turn ammonia into nitrite and then nitrite into nitrate using oxygen. And then it is absorbed by the plants. Okay, certain bacteria just like nitrosomas, nitrobacters in the leche ke garcha tapeko ammonia lai nitrite बनाइदिन्छ. And the your nitrite through the process of oxygen combined bhayera चाहिँ nitrate बनिन्छ. What is nitrification again? Ammonia is converted to nitrite and then converted to nitrate. Okay, who does it? Your nitrosomas, bacteria and all of that. And I remember this was one of the questions that was asked, I think in your USAO prelims, what is nitro? What do nitrosomas do? Or something very related, similar to this question. Okay, next assimilation, the process by which plants and other organisms absorb nitrates. जुन चाहिँ nitrates भर्खर बनेको थियो यहाँ जुन चाहिँ nitrates यिनीहरूले बनाएको थियो यो nitrates बनाएको थियो from the soil and incorporates nitrogen into organic molecules like amino acid and protein. Okay, यो जुन चाहिँ nitrate छ त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको plants मा जान्छ. And what is the most useful thing about nitrogen? It is the main part of your amino acids. Amino acid is the building block of peptide, which is a building block of protein, and protein is the very reason why we grow. So यहाँ कम्ती 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 हुँदै हुँदै अलिअलि गर्दै गर्दै ग्रो हुँदै हुँदै गएर हाम्रो यो फाइनली मेन प्रोटिन हामीलाई चाहिन्छ, राइट? सो हामीले यसरी पाउँछ, यहाँबाट हामीले पाउँदैछ नाइट्रेट्स, एन्ड यसलाई भन्छ हामी एसिमिलेसन process, where they absorb nitrates and ammonia from the soil and incorporates oxygen into organic molecule. Next jargon tapeko, next important word that you have to remember, ammonification. It is also called mineralization. जे चाहिँ तपाईको organic nitrogen from the dead organism and waste produced back into ammonia by तपाईको by microorganisms. Okay, so तपाईको जुन चाहिँ decompose भएको हुन्छ तपाईको back जान्छ by certain soil bacteria. Okay, what are these bacteria? Very famous. Back to forming of ammonia. Next, तपाईको denitrification, the reduction of nitrate back to inert nitrogen. अब finally हामी nitrogen gas बनिँदैछ. Okay, तपाईको nitrates बाट soil bacteria ले back to atmosphere दिँदैछ. Back to denitrification, back to the air. Nitrogen fixation भयो first. Nitrogen fixation ammonia, ammonia बाट nitrification, nitrates बन्यो. Nitrates बाट assimilation भयो. Assimilation भएर plants र animals ले पायो, नाइट्रोजन पायो, उनीहरूले बिल्डिङ ब्लक भयो, प्रोटिन बन्यो. प्रोटिन बनिसकेर यिनीहरू मर्छ कभी न कभी. त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको जब मर्छ त्यहाँदेखि अमोनिफिकेसन, ब्याक अमोनिया वापस आउँछ सोइलमा, राइट? तपाईको सोइलमा वापस आएर डिनाइट्रिफिकेसन हुन्छ. कोही बेला डिनाइट्रिफिकेसन भएर नाइट्रोजन ग्यास ब्याक जान्छ. ओके, अन्त यो एक एकवटा प्रोसेस. पहिला नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेसन जुन चाहिँ एयरमा छ सोइलमा जान्छ. त्यहाँदेखि त्यो सोइलमा ब्याक्टेरियाले नाइट्रेटमा कन्भर्ट गर्छ, अमोनियालाई नाइट्राइट, त्यहाँदेखि नाइट्रेटमा कन्भर्ट गर्छ. त्यहाँदेखि त्यो एसिमिलेसन हुन्छ, प्लान्ट्सहरूले लिन्छ. त्यहाँदेखि त्यो प्लान्ट्सहरूले लिएर उनीहरूले युज गर्छ, एनिमल्स हामीले पनि युज गर्छ, राइट? त्यहाँदेखि फेरि ब्याक टु द्याट प्रोसेस. त्यहाँदेखि फेरि जुन चाहिँ प्लान्ट्स एनिमल्स डिकम्पोज भएको छ सोइल ब्याक्टेरियामा गएको छ, we are again giving it back, right? There's always a to and fro. जब मर्छ त्यहाँदेखि back to ammonia, that is again done by your soil bacteria. then फेरि ammonia form हुन्छ. ओके, त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको डिनाइट्रिफिकेसन हुन्छ. त्यहाँबाट फाइनली तपाईको जुन चाहिँ नाइट्रेट र नाइट्रेट सोइलमा फर्म भएको हुन्छ, back to atmosphere as an inert nitrogen gas. Almost 70% of our air is made up of nitrogen, right? And these are done by your pseudomonas, paracoccus. Okay, तपाईं यो soil bacteria को नाम याद गरिराख्नुस्. Each of them do a different role. Nitrification मा अर्कै bacteria छ, denitrification मा अर्कै bacteria छ. So यो actual process from तपाईको nitrate to ammonium कस्तो हुन्छ? When nitrate is reduced to ammonia, okay, it is done by the soil. We don't have to go very deep, but this is how it's being done. And then there are certain enzymes, certain bacteria like zyotrophs, microorganism that helps fixing atmospheric nitrogen using an enzyme. The nitrogen is an enzyme used by nitrogen fixing bacteria to convert nitrogen gas into ammonia. There we go, rhizobium, very famous, right? Nitrogen fixing bacteria, rhizobium is very, very famous. It's definitely much more complicated, but these are some of the important words related to nitrogen cycle. I know the different words that you will have to remember, but this is a very important cycle. Okay, tapako nitrogen cycle ko barema pura sochcha exams ma. So I hope tapile bujhnu bhayo all of this. Okay, all right. So let's move on. So, and you will have to remember your dalle yaad garnu sa, because bharkharko exam ma aako cha, so you just know that it is an important one. You never know that repeat kati questions so repeat pani huncha, right? So please make sure that you know this, because bharkharko exam ma aako cha. Next tapeko sedimentary cycle. Okay, sedimentary cycle is basically tapeko soil, rock, sediments, water and living, but atmosphere is not involved. Aile samman tapeko water cycle, nitrogen cycle, यो सबैमा atmosphere was involved, right? Carbon cycle मा atmosphere was involved. Sedimentary cycle मा चाहिँ it is again a cycle. That means soil to rock, rock to back to soil, sediments, water, living organism घुम्दैछ, right? घुम्दैछ, but your atmosphere is not involved. Okay, and it is much slower than your gaseous cycle because they are stored in Earth's surface. Tapeko phosphorus cycle is a very interesting example. And again, why do we need phosphorus? Why is it important? Tapeko phosphorus very important for your DNA synthesis, tapeko bones, tapeko ATP ko लागि, यो सबैको लागि तपाईको मिनरल phosphorus, right? पुरा चाहिन्छ. माइक्रो कम्तीमा तर very important, vital for us. So this is basically तपाईको phosphorus cycle. तपाईको usually 4 important steps. तपाईको weathering of rocks हरूबाट, okay, weathering of rocks बाट, त्यहीबाट तपाईको phosphorus attached हुन्छ, right? Weathering of rocks बाट, त्यहाँदेखि plants animals हरूले absorb गर्छ, त्यहाँबाट हामीले पाउँछ. Obviously plants ले absorb गर्छ, त्यहाँदेखि हाम्रोमा आउँछ. Then decompose भएर फेरि back जान्छ. Again bacteria are involved. त्यहाँदेखि groundwater बाट पनि underwater phosphorus हरू जानु सक्छ through fertilizers runoffs हरू. त्यहाँदेखि फेरि यहाँबाट new rocks are being formed, and then weathering of rocks. So your air is not involved. It's mostly done through weathering of rocks. Okay, so यो तपाईको phosphorus cycle. Air is not involved. Weathering of rocks ले गर्दा कहाँ जान्छ? Soil मा जान्छ. Soil बाट plants ले लिन्छ, plants बाट हामीले लिन्छ, then फेरि decompose भएर decomposers ले phosphates बनाउँछ, त्यहाँदेखि तपाईको water मा पनि जान्छ, phosphorus runoffs, it's in, and then finally new rocks are being formed, and then from that, that's why it's a much slower process. Very similar, तपाईको sulfur, right? Again, we need sulfur for tapeko. It is certain components of amino acid, right? It helps in building protein, vitamins, tapeko ma chahincha. Metabolic process ma help garcha tapeko sulfur le. So again, same thing, sulfur cycle. It is in between. Okay, tapeko sedimentary cycle and the gaseous cycle को बीचमा हुन्छ तपाईको sulfur cycle चाहिँ. तपाईको यो gaseous cycle र sedimentary cycle को sort of in between is your sulfur cycle. Okay, where both of them are involved. It moves through tapeko lithosphere, it moves tapeko यहीँनेरि पनि हुन्छ. Sulfur dioxide, as you know, it does move through the atmosphere as well. Okay, how is sulfur released? तपाईको release कसरी हुन्छ? Volcanic emissions, weathering of rocks, त्यो सबैले तपाईको sulfur release हुन्छ. त्यहाँदेखि plants ले absorb गर्छ. As you all know, first step यही हो, plants ले absorb गर्छ. And then again it goes back to the soil, it goes to the water. A lot of industrial emissions हरू पनि हुन्छ, sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere. Too much of it causes acid rain. So this is your sulfur cycle. Have you understood so far? So let's move on to your ecological succession. Okay, alikati tapeko theory basi cha environment ma, but you will have to learn. It's the one word after another word that we have to learn. Okay, so tapeko ecological succession maneko basically some things are completely new when earth was being developed, and something that is happening in secondary way. Right, Noya, first one, it's completely new, never been formed before. Just so new volcanic islands, new glaciers and all of that. जब केही थिएन त्यति बेला first primary succession भयो, where basically ecological succession भनेको चाहिँ where ecosystems change and where they develop over time. Okay, and they create new habitats. First is primary, when something very new is being created, and then your secondary, when it has been disturbed, just a forest fire, farming and all, and then it is being regrowth. Okay, there are 3 stages. One is your pioneer stage, where the small plants colonize the first of a form bio. Then intermediate and alikati larger plants, shrubs. Okay, and then a community is formed, grasslands, forest, ecosystems, biosphere, biome form stages of succession. Okay, so let's do one question. Yes, most of you are correct. Energy flow is unidirectional, but nutrient flow is cyclic. Right? Tropic level one tropic level to another, but nutrient flow is your biogeochemical flow, which is cyclic. Carbon cycle, water cycle, sulfur cycle, and energy flow one tropic level to another food chain ma flow karsa. Right? So B is the correct answer. So we'll wrap up today's class. This nitrogen cycle go different words say. This is very important. Okay, I hope you've understood. I'll add some videos also, good videos. पुरा छ तपाईँ युट्युबमा सर्च गर्नु भयो भने पुरै पाउनुहुन्छ. Nitrogen cycle, very important. Okay, all right. So thank you so much, everybody.